Have a look.
The door was locked. There was a small door set into the entrance gates, but nothing to say who lived there. I didn't need to call anyone. It was the kind of ancient phone beloved of French workmen. I was surprised they still use them.
Oh yeah, I remember. Right. Dun, 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 dun. That's probably important. This probably isn't. Cover's back on.
There might have been clues down there, but I was relieved I didn't have a sewer key. From the stench, the hole obviously led down to the sewers.
Can I do anything with that? No. Okay. Right, let's talk to this dude. Who looks fat, but in the picture is very, very skinny. Frightening. Very weird.
Hello, could I ask you some questions?
That depends. Are you a cop?
No, I'm a journalist.
Bit late, aren't you? They already took away the body.
I'm doing a follow-up on this story.
What happened to the
Tell
other
me,
dude?
are you related to the workman I saw digging the hole?
Don't talk to me about flobage. Pah!
Okay.
He just won a fortune on the horses and he won't give me a cent.
Well, it's his money.
When he was broke, he was happy to touch me for a loan. Brothers should look after each other, he used to say. He's changed his tune, now he's brassed up.
You're doing a fine job.
Damn right I am. You should be writing about me, not that idiot that got blown up.
The heroes will pick up the pieces when disaster strikes.
Exactly.
Well, give me your best smile and maybe I'll put your picture in the article.
Oh, right. Just give me a minute to do my hair.
The police had removed the body, but nothing else looked disturbed.
Let's pick up this bottle. Remember rightly, it's brandy.
Some journalists drink on the job, not me.
Okay.
It was a brandy bottle.
Yeah, brandy. There is a broken mirror.
Oops, stupid thing. A panel had been blown away, revealing a gap. From this angle, I could see that something had been lodged in the gap behind the pipes.
Let's move the table.
Behind the table were some damaged pipes.
And this, what is it?
Voila! The police and forensic teams had missed a vital piece of evidence. Some kind of pouch. On the pouch was the cross symbol of Carchon's organization. I was on the right track.
Can we take a look?
On the pouch was the cross symbol of Carchon's organization. Inside the pouch were two items: a strange metallic artifact and a letter in some kind of code.
Oh god, not more code.
Another coded message using the same cipher system. So, Plantard was involved with Carchon.
Oh god, no, not more.
I had decrypted the note. Pierre, this
No!
was I'd be...
I just combine
no.
it. Oh god, I don't want to figure this out. I can't.
Another coded message. So,
Oh my god.
Plantard. Pierre killed. Murderer must have followed trail from Arnaud and Yamada. He will come for us now. We must be vigilant. Thierry's girl broke into Pierre's safe. She worries me. Imelda. So much for Imelda's innocence. Plantard was working for her, and for Carchon. But why did Plantard want to meet? Was it a trap? Or maybe he was in too deep and needed me to tell the story, whatever the story was. One thing was clear. It was a story worth killing for.
Right. I think that's it there.
Hey, What about my photos?
Oh, of course. How could I forget?
Well, I'm waiting. Get your camera out.
Camera.
Get your
Oh, I
camera up for
forgot.
the
It broke.
lads.
Alors, they should never send a woman to do a man's job.
Well,
Wow.
this woman had fooled him easily enough, and found the evidence the police had missed.
Can I talk to you, Ma?
Hello?
Talk to you about the clown.
Yes?
Oh,
Have the police finished with the
Plantar.
crime scene?
What does it look
gosh.
like? I got
Plantar.
orders to board up the windows, and that's what I'm doing.
So the body's been removed?
I certainly hope so, or it'll stink to high heaven when they take down these boards.
Shouldn't you check?
Are you kidding? They don't pay me enough to put up boards, let alone check for dead bodies.
Would you like to see an hair clip?
Would you like this hair clip?
What do you take me for? Some kind of a pervert?
You see this ticket?
What about
Are
ticket?
you trying to bribe me?
No.
I don't blame you, of course. Good-looking fella like me.
Take
From
a
this
look
cloth?
at this.
I don't like laissez hankies. They scratch my nose.
I can see how that must be a problem for you.
Whoa! Big nose joke.
Would you recognize this?
That is the key to a safe. A Warren special, if I'm not mistaken.
Shell case.
What do you think of my shell case?
Are you in the scrap business?
Of course not.
Pity. I've got some rubbish just like that I need to get rid of.
Elephant.
Do you like this clothing?
It's the kind of thing you pick up for a couple of euros at Les Puces de Saint-Ouen.
Code.
Look at this secret message.
Very nice. But it's not secret now, is it? It's just a message.
He wouldn't be
Other card.
interested in a substitution cipher.
Picture.
Do you know this man?
He looks like a nasty piece of work. I had an uncle who was with the fascists, but we never talk about him.
What happened to him?
How should I know? We never talk about him.
Have you ever seen anything like this?
What do you think I am? A plumber?
A plumber. Oh, what's this?
Do you recognize this?
It looks like a kid's puzzle piece.
Hmm.
Would you like to see this?
No.
All
Au
right.
revoir.
I didn't really look at that one.
The artifact had a sword laid across scales. There was a picture of Lady Justice on the locked panel, in the room below the conciergerie.
Hello? I hear a knocking.
The door was locked.
And what was knocking?
There was a
Okay.
The
Let's
strange metal artifact I found in Plantard's pouch had pointed back to the quayside.
1 hour later. Oh god, this place again. That'll take me up out. Don't want that. Will it?
I had come back specifically.
Yeah. This I want to play with?
The cross looked familiar. I'd seen it before.
It's the same as. Damn it, Nico. Oh god, don't tell me I have to do all this again. Oh god. Up you go. And then that one. I don't understand how that works. Because the shell doesn't look that big. And even then, it's pressed in the middle. It shouldn't really hold. Is it for this, by any chance? Because that's a woman with scales and a sword.
That wasn't going to help.
I'll try it anyway. Oh. Oh. Yeah. We're in.
Plantard's key fitted the lock, so he must have used this place too.
Let's have a look in there, shall we?
A photograph had been torn up.
A jigsaw puzzle now.
If I could just arrange the pieces.
Oh, then. Yes, we know how jigsaws work. That's the top. Let's try. Shut. Nope. Yes. Nope. Puzzles. I do like puzzles. I haven't done like a proper puzzle like this for ages. Goes there. Goes there. Where? Goes there. There.
Oh my god. It can't be.
I haven't finished yet. There we go.
There was no doubt about it. It was a picture of my father.
Oh then.
Papa, oh God. After what I'd gone through, I thought I could face anything, but not this. My father, the one person in the whole world who I truly admired, standing with Crachon, while those murderers carried on with their evil work. My father, grinning at the camera. I couldn't believe it.
They were on the same side.
I realized that I desperately needed to get to the bottom of this story, and that I really needed George.
Take your time. Later that afternoon, George Storbart. Talk to this woman.
Oh, hi.
Bonjour, monsieur. Would you like me to foretell your future?
No thanks.
I'm very good. It only takes a minute.
Thanks all the same, but I'm not superstitious. Besides, if it only takes a minute, that's not much of a future to look forward to.
Well, he doesn't look mysterious at all. With a bike and something on his and a green hat. Very suspicious, my friend.
What do you
Items
make
first.
of this tool?
Is it something a dentist would use?
No, it's for raising manhole covers.
I wouldn't like one of those in my
Calm
mouth. Clown's nose.
Do you recognize this nose?
No, monsieur.
The snot rag.
What can you tell me about this tissue?
Nothing.
This.
What can you tell me about this material?
It's a very expensive piece of cloth, monsieur.
Let's talk about Nico.
Do you know a young woman called Nicole Collard?
Yes, I do. She lives upstairs from me in the apartment block across the street. The door isn't locked, but you'll need to give it a gentle nudge. It sticks, you see, because of the damp. The landlord said he'd fix it before winter sets in. He's been saying that for 3 years.
Yes.
How long has Mademoiselle Collard lived here?
A
Is
few
she single?
months.
How
She's
old
in
is
for a
she?
shock when the cold weather comes.
What flower
Glass
does she
ceiling
like?
Windows, insufficient heating. It's a struggle to keep warm. The only reason I stay is because the rent is cheap. Your young lady, she deserves better.
What year was she
I thought
born?
Mademoiselle Collard was a successful photographer.
Not as successful as she makes out for all her fine clothes.
What's her favorite
Oh,
color?
I've heard her crying herself to sleep at night.
That's awful.
Now don't you let on that I've told you. She's proud, that one. Too proud, if you ask me.
Is she into men?
Have you seen anyone out here watching Mademoiselle Collard's apartment?
Yes, I have. A strange man. Tall and thin as a broomstick. He kept his face hidden, but I saw his eyes peering from evil little slits.
How was he dressed?
A long brown raincoat with an hat.
Or like Humphrey Bogart?
Yes, but he didn't have Bogart's charisma. Besides, this guy looked like he needed a toilet. You never saw Bogart clenching his buttocks like that.
It's the bloke with the bike. Brown coat and a hat. It's the
Is
dude.
there anything else you can tell me about Mademoiselle Collard?
No, monsieur.
How big are her feet?
Are the flowers for sale?
Oui, monsieur.
Okay. I'll take a bunch of those white ones.
I wouldn't do that if I was you.
No?
They are lilies, monsieur. Some people associate them with death.
Yikes. Well, thanks for telling me. What other flowers do you have?
Dahlias?
What do they signify?
Insecurity?
I don't want to give her the wrong idea about me. What about the tall yellow ones?
Those are iris, the flame of passion.
And the little yellow ones?
Sensuality.
Well, they're no use to me. I want to make an impression, not jump down her throat.
Give her the D.
I've changed my mind. Will you tell my fortune?
You're going on a long journey.
My,
Yep.
oh my.
Full
What a
game's long, if I
surprise.
remember rightly.
Can you tell me anything I don't already know? How does this fortune-telling routine work?
If I knew that, I wouldn't be selling flowers for a living.
Haven't you ever wondered why you were blessed with the gift?
Well, it's a bit like satellite television, I suppose. Some of us are born with a built-in receiver dish. I just happen to be one of the lucky ones.
Can you really foretell the future?
Only time will tell, monsieur. The strange thing is, I can't seem to see myself in the future. Other people, I have no problem. But when I try to see what might happen to me, nothing.
That must be scary.
Maybe. I figure it's a kind of natural safety mechanism. Either that, or I don't have a future.
Whoa.
See you later.
dark.
That's right, monsieur, you will.
Her voice is weird. I don't think her voice was like that in the original one.
Remembering the flower seller's advice, I pushed the door gently just above the lock.
Ha!
Hi.
Bonjour. I'm glad you could make it, monsieur.
Please, call me George.
Fine. I'm Nicole. Take a seat, George.
And in the original voice, she always said, George.
Eh bien? And what have you been up to?
I've been exploring the sewers underneath the cafe.
I thought I could smell something bad.
The clown used the sewer to escape and to change out of his costume. I guess he was in a hurry. He left his jacket behind.
And?
I got his tailor's phone number.
You had better luck than I did.
Luck, she said. Luck. Hard work, I'd call it. What happened?
My editor told me to drop this story. Can you believe it?
But you're not going to do that.
Oh, no. I'm going to find out what's behind these killings. It just doesn't add up. It almost feels like some sort of conspiracy. The police in 3 different countries have kept very quiet about the murders. The press don't connect them at all. They blame them on political, religious, or militant minority extremists.
Well, that covers just about everyone.
Look at this stuff that I have.
This is the tool I used to get into the sewers.
Fascinating, George.
You're not interested,
See,
are you?
George.
Oh, of course I am. I think it was very brave of you to go down those sewers.
Yeah? Well, it was kind of scary, but... Well, I had a job to do.
I want to get in your pants.
I found this false nose in the sewer.
Hey, what's this inside it?
The contents of someone's nose?
Don't be cross, George. It said La Risée du Monde. Masks and costumes. It's a costume shop near the Gare Saint-Lazare.
I'll check it out. Maybe the owner remembers who hired the clown costume.
Now we can go talk to that dude who we found, who was miserable. Look at this snot rag.
I found this tissue down the sewer.
That's disgusting, George.
No. I think the stuff on it is grease paint, like actors use, or clowns.
It's still disgusting. Get rid of it.
Wimp.
I found a piece of material near the cafe.
When I showed it to the concierge, he recognized it right away.
It's very distinctive, all right. Just wait until you see this. I developed a film I shot at the cafe. Here, George. It's an enlargement I made. Look what that guy's wearing.
Checkered pants.
Hey,
The same
hey!
material as I found in the sewer.
That's right. This guy shouldn't be difficult to find.
Oh, no?
Take a close look at his right cheek.
A scar in the shape of a horseshoe.
Or a crescent moon.
Start with
How
the picture.
come you enlarged this photograph of me?
Because I noticed the guy behind you, of course.
A little bit defensive there, Nico.
Tell me more about yourself.
There's nothing much to tell.
How big are your feet?
How'd you get into photography?
I guess I owe that to my father. He bought me my first camera.
Is that your foot?
I
Is
was
that your...
8, and my parents
that
had
was
just
worthless.
split
What's your natural hair colour?
Did you live with your father?
Yes. My mother went off with her new boyfriend. I didn't mind. Papa was all I needed. 4 years later, he died in a plane crash.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's all right. I don't mind talking about him. He was more like an older brother, really. Always joking and laughing. Papa always wanted me to study art. That's why I went to college.
Can I
Did you
see
learn
your
about
underwear?
photography at college?
God, no. I couldn't afford the materials. We were billed for everything we used. Paint, canvas, paper. Most of my year turned to minimalism. It was cheaper. I used to go poaching in the park for squirrel hair. The only time I wasn't hungry was the term I did printing. I used to eat the potatoes.
You're making fun of me, aren't you?
Oh, no.
Lies.
Tell me more about the clown's previous victims.
The first was Arno Bellotta, the millionaire pharmaceutical baron. He made his money from amphetamines in the post-war slimming and diet boom. Imagine it, millions of housewives literally speeding their butts off. The only witness in the case was his Filipino au pair. She swears he was lured to his death by a snowman.
What about the clown's second victim?
Yamada, the controversial Japanese politician. He inherited his fortune from his father's electrochemical consortium.
How did he die?
At the hands, or should I say flippers, of a giant emperor penguin.
A snowman, a penguin, and now a clown.
I had been about to add mime to the list, but stopped myself. I really didn't want to have to explain to George about my father's involvement with Cachon.
You know, I hate to admit it, but this is scary. And I'll tell you this, I will not be accepting any invitations to costume parties.
I don't blame you for being scared. I am too. But this story could be my only chance for a big break.
Or an early death.
Right, that's it. That's
I
right.
have to go.
Okay, I'll see you later.
And thus the friendship was made. Right. Let's...